My name is James Blackburn. I live and work in the American Southwest. As a result, I have the good fortune to be able to travel to a variety of beautiful locations. As a professional filmmaker, I document my life through video adventures and I share them with the world. Stay tuned as I travel through the world of movies and the beautiful outdoors. Thanks for watching the James Blackburn Experience. Good morning, folks. Thanks a lot for tuning in to another James Blackburn Experience. Today is the helicopter ride, July 26, 2017. It's going to be great. Raton Municipal Airport. Elevation 6,350. So, yeah, what do you say we get this adventure be started? Be started? Whatever I'm trying to talk about.
All right, guys. This is going to be awesome. Really looking forward to it. Thanks, Earl. Got to thank Earl for it, man. Wouldn't be possible without him. So, gunfighters up.
All right, folks. Well, I am in here, and it's a little small, but it's really, really cool. Check this out. I mean, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited right now. I'm not really nervous, Earl. I'm just excited, man. This is gonna be cool. Thank you so much for making it possible.
Yeah, you'll like it.
All right, this is incredible. I've never dreamed in my life that I would be riding in a helicopter across about a third of a state.
RPM's 100, throttles open, everything green, we're full of fuel, got no lights, doors, seat belts, and we're ready to rock. And away we go.
We got up here quick, that was nice.
No problem. We're only about 200 feet off the ground. This is about, I usually fly 200 to 300 feet, so you're below all the airplanes, and it's a little bit smoother than an airplane as far as turbulent-wise. It doesn't jerk you around as much, but what you do notice is it's lazy. I don't know, you feel us wobbling around because we're hanging from the rotor blades. So the fuselage, see how it just kind of wobbles? Feel it wobbling around there? That's just because we're hanging from the blades, basically.
That's awesome. I love it. It's a new feeling for me for sure, but this is great, man.
Why don't you tell everybody what you're experiencing your first time in a helicopter?
My first time in a helicopter, well, it's amazing so far. It feels different than I expected. I thought it was going to feel like an airplane, but it doesn't. It does feel like kind of like we're hanging under the blades, but it feels nice though. And the view from up here on all sides, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's no obstruction in your view, especially when the door's off. Wait till you have the door off and there's nothing there. The visibility is amazing.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be exciting.
Then see this mesa in front of us, way out there with the U in it? We're going to fly through the U there. That's on the UU Bar Ranch. That's where we capture pronghorn, and that mesa there is what they call the Outlaw Ridge or something like that, because the old Santa Fe Trail came through there, and the outlaws used to get up on that mesa and they would rob the train cars, and they'd rob the stagecoaches and stuff that would come through that's part of the Santa Fe Trail. One of the guys that bought the ranch there that owns the UU Bar now was telling me the stories of that. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it lines right up with us as gunfighters as well. We like to know that kind of history.
Exactly. And we're doing, right now we're doing over 100 knots across the ground, which is about 120 mile an hour. It doesn't feel like it because we're so high. So just to kind of give you an idea, so you can see that we're going fast. The closer we get to the ground, you'll see the closer we get to the ground, the speed will pick up.
Oh yeah, it feels a lot faster now.
Now take a look at the ground. Look at straight below you. You see how fast.
This is so awesome, man.
So that's about 125 mile an hour. But up here, it doesn't look like it because you're so far, you know.
Yeah, if we were in a car doing 125, it would feel super fast.
Yeah. Yeah, right up here is the start of the UU Bar Ranch. And it goes all the way up by the Philmont Boy Scout facility, if you know where that's at. That's Cimarron up there, around the corner there, where the St. James and everything is.
Yeah, the Philmont's only a few miles away from there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep, Philmont's right next to it. And then the big high mountain you see there that's got no trees on it, that's Baldy. That's about 12,000 feet. This one right over here, right straight over the lake. Yeah, on the other side of the lake.
Yeah, you can definitely see that peak is sticking up above the rest.
Yeah, and it has no trees on it.
I gotta say, we're only a few minutes into it already, and I'm already feeling like it might be one of the best experiences of my life so far. This is amazing.
These are one of the coolest flying machines ever. They're so versatile. You can go straight fast, you can hover, you can go sideways, backwards, you know, stuff you can't do in airplanes. You know, you can hover in a balloon almost, but you know, you can't do what you can do in one of these and that. You know, an airplane might be faster, but
while we're early into this flight, I want to say thank you again.
Oh yeah,
for making this possible.
No problem, man.
And folks, if you get a chance, check out Earl's YouTube channel as well. It's awesome and has to do a lot with what we're doing today.
Yeah, many different jobs. We were out here capturing pronghorn on the airport. There were 15 antelope that had been inside the airport fence. They got in a gate, and so when airplanes are landing on the runways with the antelope crossing the runways, it could cause an accident. So it's kind of been a sensitive subject for the last year. They were wanting to shoot and just kill all the antelope, but Game and Fish decided that they wanted to go ahead and net gun them and then remove them and put them outside the fence, you know, give them another shot at life. So that's what we did today. We captured 15 antelope by net gunning them, which I'll have a video of that later. And then we put them outside the fence. They've got a high fence now, closed all the gates, and now we don't have any wildlife running rampant on the runways at the airport in Raton.
Yeah, I could see how that could be an issue. He also told me that he spotted a badger there the other day, too.
Yep.
Is that a train track?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep, probably hasn't been used in a long time, but it's an old spur, looks like, yep.
You know, it's amazing up here how big the mountains are, but this flatland goes on for a long time.
All the way through Kansas, and
I like that little meandering creek down here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is like the start of the Great Plains right here.
I bet when they were coming across here in covered wagons, they were happy to see this.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier running your wagon through here. So if we were to, direct to Albuquerque right now, it's an hour and 15 minutes is all. And this is like 4 hours by car from...
Yeah, it took almost 5 in the train. So, yeah, this is the preferred way to travel if you can. This is great.
There's a bunch of antelope. See them all bedded down. Right here to my right. See them all.
That's awesome. So they'll get up and get moving here in a little bit.
Yeah, you'll see them. See them all to my right.
Yep, there's a couple of them moving down there now. That's awesome.
Here's where we do all the capture. This ranch up here, this is one of the highest concentration of pronghorn in the state. So they overgraze a lot of these ranches. So the ranchers have been complaining over the years that, there's too many pronghorn. So what these ranches have done is they allowed New Mexico Game and Fish to come up here, and we'll capture like 200 at a time every year. That's when we stay at St. James. We do capture about 200 of them, and then we put them in trailers and they move them to other state where the populations aren't as high, or where they want to build the populations up of the antelope.
That's awesome. It gives the antelope a chance and the ranchers
Exactly. So then you just don't have ranchers out there just killing them all just to kill them to get them off the land. We're actually capturing them and moving to a new location and, you know, building up the herds in the state. So when people watch all of the capture videos on my YouTube channel, I get a lot of complaints from people saying, "Oh my gosh, you're chasing those poor animals and you're netting them. Look at them roll, and you know how mean." And they have no idea what we're actually doing. If we didn't do that, then somebody just go out there and put a bullet in their head and then leave them. So we're capturing them to avoid that kind of, you know, treatment to them and get them out where they actually have a chance, you know.
Well, I appreciate it, and it may stress them out for a few minutes, but they're going to be happy once you get them back to nature again.
Exactly. You get them out where there's a new location for them, and they'll thrive, build the populations up.
I love the fact that there's so many meandering streams up here, too.
Yeah, you don't realize there's that much water when you're driving, because it's always lower terrain, so you can't see it when you're looking out, you know, across the ground. Yeah, so these are the flight controls. This is the cyclic, which is pretty much like your steering wheel. You know, if I watch how little I move it, and watch the result. So I'm just going to put my little finger on this and just watch what happens. I'm going to turn your way. Watch the cyclic. Just watch it. You see it move? You didn't even see it move, did you? That's just pressure.
No,
That's how sensitive the flight controls are in a helicopter. That's why they're so difficult to fly. So that's pretty much like your steering wheel. So if you right, left, you know, fore and aft with the cyclic. The collective has the throttle on it, and the throttle's opposite of a motorcycle, so wide opens all the way out, where closed is the other way. So when you raise and lower this, if we're in a hover and I raise this collective, we go up. If we're in a hover and I lower it, we come down. And then the pedals keep the nose straight. So if I step on left pedal, feel the nose go that way. Now I'm compensating for this. I'm leaning the aircraft this way so we don't turn that way. So yeah, we're kind of slipping like this. And then if I step on right pedal, I'll push left cyclic to keep us going on this same line. And now we're slipping this way. So if I just push the pedal, watch what happens. See how the aircraft will start turning?
Oh yeah, that's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Kind of doing this, huh?
Exactly.
So this is you have to really think about when you're doing this.
It's like playing the drums. Anytime you move something, you have to move everything else to compensate for it, and they don't move the same. So it's almost like when you're twirling pistols as a gunfighter. The mirror image thing's easy when you got both hands doing the same thing, but once you get one hand doing one thing and one hand doing the other, so spinning one gun one way to one gun the other way, it's like in here. So as I, you know, move one control, I've got to use my other hand to do something else completely different with another hand.
Takes some coordination for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure after a while though, like your
memory, you get muscle memory.
Muscle memory of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it's kind of like climbing in your car. You know, you get in and you just drive. It's the same. You know, I have muscle memory. But then there's other helicopters where the rotor blades spin the other direction. Like these spin this way when you're looking at them. Another brand will spin the other way. So it makes things opposite when you raise and lower your collective, which foot and pedal you need. So
have you flown both types then?
Yeah. I fly like 13 different types of helicopters.
That is
a lot of people have trouble with that, but I just look outside and just fly the helicopter. I don't ever really notice it.
I have to admit, man, you have a really, really cool job. All right, folks, a few minutes ago he mentioned this gap, and now we're already there, and it's amazing. It looks much gappier than it did from a distance, you know, but it's going to be cool. I'm excited about it.
So like some of my, just to give you an idea, like say we're going to do elk surveys, you know, most of your game will be like around the half to top third of like the mountain. And while you're flying, you're looking for animals to count. So I'll kind of just show you, what we do. So if this was an area where there were elk, we would typically do it like a terrain flight on this, where we're flying around the top third. You fly nice and slow and kind of close to the ground like this. And basically what you're doing is you're looking around for elk. So elk or deer or anything, so you're flying like this, and you're following the terrain. And then when you get to like some of these cliffs, if you were to just slow down, there goes a golden eagle. If you slow down, you can't see underneath us. So like right now, if I was come off this hill this way, see how we can't see underneath us, so we'd miss animals? So what I'll do is I'll come off so we can see, if you look back here, we can see down the hill, you know, underneath where we were as I'm coming off the hill. So we're basically flying backwards a little bit. Kind of cool, huh? Can't do that in an airplane.
That was awesome, man. That was, now I already respected your job. Now I respect it more.
That was awesome, man. That was, now
Yeah, it should increase once we get over the hill. There you go.
Yeah, that was about a 250-foot drop there.
Yeah. And then this is our altimeter from sea level. So we're 7,500 feet above sea level. And we'll get a little closer through Vegas, and we'll land and pop the doors off. You can go faster with the doors on than with them off.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to either way. Sounds fine to me. Yeah, it's comfortable up here. I'm not hot at all.
Yeah, it's 70, 82 degrees. Yeah, we've been flying for only 33 minutes, and we're already almost to Las Vegas. And then here, I pretty much just fly straight. I've flown New Mexico so much that I see mountain peaks that I know, and I fly directly toward those. I don't even use GPS. I don't use compass. I just pretty much fly it. Recognizable features.
So you know exactly where you're at all the time out here.
Wagon Mound's on the other side of this hill. That's where Fort Union's at.
I believe we filmed there once, actually, for tourism.
Did you like that place?
Yeah, Fort Union's cool. I like it.
That cool? Yeah, it's just on the other side of that hill. Yeah, I head to Texas tomorrow. Go to Van Horn, Texas for 21 days.
Well, we'll see you when you get back. Yeah, but that's awesome. You know, you stay busy for sure.
I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, there's other pilots that can do this kind of work, but it's, you know, it is a small handful of people that do this kind of stuff, you know.
We hear the propellers more now. Is that because of the wind?
Because I've taken power out.
Okay, cool.
So I've lowered the collective, and Yeah, you can just stay right there and I'll get out and pop the doors and throw them in the back.
All right, folks, we landed in the middle of nowhere for a minute to take the doors off, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
100 throttles full open, it's all green. Full fuel lights, doors, seatbelts. There we go. So there's not a whole lot of like wind in here, but if you stick your hand out, you can feel the wind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the power there. I can feel it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you got 100-mile-an-hour wind out there. See how much more visibility you have? Most of the guys, when they're surveying, like the tall guys like you, they put their foot out on the step. They sit sideways and they look out with their foot out.
That sounds really cool, but I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with doing it at this point.
yeah, they put their foot out on the step, and I think this is part of a movie set too.
Yeah, it looks like it could be. That's a nice looking little place.
Yeah, they built it for a... Yeah, this is all movie set stuff. See, they're doing movie stuff. They're doing something with that tree.
Yeah, I wonder if that... if it's a tree that's local, or if they brought it in and
They may have brought it. They may have brought it in. It's probably not real. Yeah, it kind of looks like they're kind of building it, huh? And then see, there's a set right over there. That's like it's got like two cavalry things on one side with the cavalry pole in the middle. It's a set.
That's really cool. A lot breezier in here. It feels nice, actually.
Yes, a lot cooler. Another little movie set.
How far from Vegas are we now?
Vegas is quite a ways from here, yeah.
114 altimeter, 3030 visual approach, driving departure runway 22, caution wildlife, carrying cumulus distant all quads, advise initial contact, you have Lima. Over to airport of Mason Lima, 1747 observation, wind variable 6, visibility 10, ceiling 6,500 broken, 10,000 broken, cumulus, temperature 2A, check density, altitude 2.14, altimeter, 3030 visual approach, driving departure runway 22, caution wildlife, carrying cumulus distant all quads, advise initial contact, you have Lima.
17 miles to Double Eagle. That's the little volcano sticking up there, yep.
Awesome, man.
This is Bernalillo. So from Bernalillo to Double Eagle Airport, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's fast, man. That's I-25 down there then?
Yeah.
Cool. You know, when you're up here, you think you know the area, and then you start seeing buildings you like, I never saw that building before.
Yeah, I get people up in the air all the time. They want to fly over their house and they can never find it. I'm better up here than I am on the ground. I can tell you where anything's at, what roads are.
We might fly near my neighborhood actually on the way to Double Eagle because it's out that neck of the woods.
We'll be a little bit north of your neighborhood.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to fly over like Intel and Rio Rancho. Yeah, so here's Southern and 528.
Nice, my office was down there.
You can see in everybody's backyard.
A lot more swimming pools in this town than I thought.
Yeah. 500 feet AGL.
Looks like the houses are all matching one another almost.
Yeah. All in a nice little housing community.
So that's Unser, huh?
Yeah. Unser, there's the helicopter. The helipad.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I can honestly say I've never seen Albuquerque from this point of view before. This is awesome.
Yeah, and where you are is down off the mesa there.
Yep.
Over in there.
That's amazing how quick this area grew. When I moved here, I don't think any of this was here yet. It's been a pretty amazing couple days. Amazing volcanoes from up there.
Yeah.
Where I took my drone test.
Oh yeah, out here?
Yep.
All right, we're here.
All right, folks, we made it back to Albuquerque. We're at Double Eagle Airport in one piece. Earl is an awesome pilot, and man, the beauty between here and there was outstanding. To get to see New Mexico from the air was a real pleasure. So, Earl, if you're watching this, thanks, man. I owe you one, brother. But thanks a lot for tuning back in. I really appreciate it. It was a wonderful and awesome day. Had a great time with Earl. And as usual, love, and hate. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. Thanks a lot, folks. Take care. Bye.